Greetings, you all. Peace and many, many blessings to you. It is Tanaya, TP, the perspective dealer. And we are here to give you some perspectives, to give you some insight, and tap into some themes. You know, we're going to talk about the new moon in Gemini. Now, that was on May 26th. It is now the 28th, so we are 2 days post new moon in Gemini, and I'm excited. As we know, most new moons are for manifestation, are associated with manifestation and bringing in, because the stage of the moon is at full darkness. It is empty. It is like the void, and it is ready to receive and bring in, versus the full moon, which is at full illumination and filled with light, and everything is all shining out. It's not really there to receive anything more. It's there to release something. The new moon is in beautiful alignment with the energy of Gemini, because I just feel like they have so many new ideas all the time. Whenever I am talking about something in my life, a Gemini is able to be like, oh, like they'll paint a picture and then see all the different creative ways that I could use this skill or use this information. And so I love that. And I'm, you know, just putting that energy out there for y'all too, of just new ideas, because it is such a blessing to have new thoughts and new things coming in for you, especially when you could have been potentially feeling stuck. And so something about this Gemini full moon energy, or at least the quote-unquote shadow period of it, is reminding me of going. Like just going despite your fears. And it doesn't always have to be like a physical something. You know, we get into our heads like, oh, like I'm gonna do that sometime, and you never put a date on that sometime. And it could have just been as easy as sending a text message or grabbing up that paintbrush and painting and giving yourself that creative outlet. But for some of us, it is actually packing up and moving and leaving. And I love that new beginning as well. A new home for you. And again, that new home can be in a metaphorical sense, or it could be real life, like making a big move or making a move with inside yourself. So yeah, Gemini energy, this one is associated with movement, new movements, and new movements can go so much deeper than moving the body. But yeah, so I'm thinking about moving the body. I'm thinking about a new sport. I'm thinking about just something new that you've been trying to get your body into. New movements, all right? And then also, and I think about how just consciousness travels throughout the body, I'm thinking about new movements in that too, like things being activated for your mind, things being activated for your spirit, things being activated to take you to a higher level. But it's coming through your movements, how you moving about in the world, how things are moving in your body, right? Think about how you're eating and what you're drinking and all those things. They're all contributing. It's just a deeper factor. And Gemini energy is also very playful. So I'm wondering, you know, how you've been having time for play, having time for joy outside of this go energy that we sometimes get in. Yeah, these cards look nice used in love. We love that. So when I do the reading today, I'm going to be working with the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck, Trusty, you know, and then my newest deck, which is the Light Seers deck. Boom. Now I'm kind of just feeling to give a message again for the new moon in Gemini, but on some let's just do the message type of thing, because lately I've been feeling this energy of when you speak into this phone, when you send these messages, when you share your stream of consciousness with people through this device, it doesn't matter what zodiac sign they are. And while I still will likely go back into doing those because I enjoy doing them because they're fun, you know what I'm saying, they bring me joy, it's like I'm interested in getting the messages out. The dogs was like, you gotta get up out of here. So yeah, I'm just more interested in getting the messages out than I am in having full sign readings. So I think that the dogs are supporting me in this message by barking and giving the ashe. I have some tea here. The milk is coconut milk. It got curdled because of the difference in temperature and things like that. But trust me, let me tell you about this tea real quick before I start. I had some turmeric root, so I cut it up and I boiled it, put some little cinnamon in there, put some little black pepper so I could activate the turmeric, of course, right? Then I had me some duppy-gone. If you don't know, duppy-gone is a Jamaican herb. If you want to look at the spiritual standpoint of it, a duppy in Jamaica is like a ghost, so you'll be, you know, shedding, clearing any energy that's attached to you that could be on some duppy stuff. So there's that. I put some honey in there. The honey is straight from Jamaica, and And I added just a little dab of coconut milk, and that's why we got that curdling. But it is so delicious. Okay, it's giving chai tea vibes. I also put some garam masala in here, a little bit of garam masala. Yeah, that's giving chai. And the last thing I forgot is some ginger. I had a ginger tea bag, so I put that in there too. You know, you gotta use what you have. Oh, that tastes like something from my childhood. Oh, that is so delicious. I wish that I could share a cup with you all. Just a little cuppa. All right. So, as I am enjoying myself and feeling these chills down my neck, going to my shoulders, we give thanks and praise for my ability to receive and share divine insight. Okay, I give thanks for my divine self, for my ancestors, for my spirit guides, for the almighty most high. Okay, and I'm just asking, as we traverse this realm of the post new Gemini, post new moon and Gemini season, you know, that the messages come through clear, the messages come through with love, the messages actually pack a punch, because some of y'all might need to hear it. We got some Saturn energies flowing. And you know, Saturn is like a dad, like a strict father, so there's that. So what's been going on? What's some things energetically that I could do to share this message? Because when I'm sharing this message, like I said, it is to lay upon the eyes, ears, the hearts, the souls of those who need to receive it. And when they receive it, how will they feel? Blessed, seen, like somebody lifted up a veil so that they can finally really see also. So you're feeling seen, and then you're allowing yourself to see, and that is what this is going to feel like. And so we just put the code in there. So now let's get the information. Thank you so much. What's happening? Give me some themes and stuff I can give some insight on. What do people them need to hear? What do the people them need to hear? It's around creativity. It's around a fast mind. It's around being innovative. Okay, the thing with this is I can read more cards at once. We got a whole storybook going on out here. Let me just take a second to look. I'll show y'all each of the cards. Seven of Wands, Emperor reversed, the Moon card upright, the Sun. Wow, we love that balance coming through. The Nine of Pentacles, cycles almost in completion, and then the Six of Pentacles, give and take, sharing and exchange. So new moon in Gemini, post shadow period. What I'm seeing is just somebody who's been doing the work. I see somebody who has been doing the work, you know, tapping into themselves, getting right with their passions, making sure that the things that they are focusing on, putting their attention and energy are you know, but contributing to their well-being, that they're doing it in full confidence, that before they make a movement, before they have a reaction, it's stillness first and then we'll react. And I feel like that energy has been, what is that called, like it's been having a domino effect on your whole life, because it's something that I don't think that you've been doing previously. And if you have been doing it previously, you pick and choose when you want to have that energy, right? Maybe it's performative, so we're moving out of performative peace. We're moving out of performative peace and going into real life peace. And I really love that for you, because I can feel through this connection that we're all having right now, this holy trinity of me, you, and this card sending me these messages, that certain stuff just don't excite you no more. And through this practice of let me listen, let me wait before I react, you know what's worth it to respond to, and how to respond, and how to alchemize that response, and even the response that someone's having to your response. So I just see a lot of magic happening with the Gemini stuff. It's just alignment. I see that Gemini season and the new moon in Gemini have brought you into an alignment. And again, if this isn't applying to you, but you feeling it somehow, it means that this is the energy that you are to start to embody. You know, be your own peace, be what you want to see in the world. With the Emperor being in reverse, it shows me that maybe you kind of got off your game a little bit, right? You got off your game in a little bit in the sense of taking action. So it's a resting period. I don't want to put those two together, that you got off your game and then you're resting, because getting off your game and resting, sometimes resting is the game. But that could be the perception there, that you are getting off your game and really your body just needs rest, and the discomfort with resting because you're so used to do and go and perform. So this is really starting to turn into something where you are moving away from performing for others and showing up fully for yourself. And when you are doing something for others, it is an even give and take. It's a balance in it because your own alignment has started to bring alignment to your relationships. Love that for you. Another way to view this is that the masculine energy is starting to dial down. Like that part of you that wants to do and take action, it's just dialing down a little bit so that you can tap into your emotions, so that you can look at the balance that you have of your feminine and masculine, which is of your being in flow and taking action and doing. And then the moon is also a deep reflection card that's telling you to go deeper into your emotions. So I'm just seeing an inner period that has happened. You are just tapping into yourself, tapping into your passions, tapping into your emotions, and it is making you shine, just making you shine bright. And not even just shine bright on the outside, but it's coming from the inside first and it's shining like that. And I'm just seeing like gleams, gleaming, smiling, big smiles with your full cheek. With your full cheeks. I think that the Gemini new moon, I feel a heart opening has happened. A calming down, a heart opening, and like a resettling, a readjusting. Like the things that you are about to do or the things that you are doing with others, they have that harmony there, but it's harmony in a way that you haven't seen before because you didn't know. So the Gemini new moon has brought in this new idea, this new expansiveness, this new expansion of how relationships could work, where they're actually balanced, where they're actually in harmony. And then when things are not in balance and when they're not in harmony, you're gonna get gone, because guess what, you don't got time for it no more. You're not gonna spaz out no more. You're not gonna be cursing nobody out. You ain't gonna be throwing no tantrums and stomping around. It's just gonna be like, oh, okay. Like similar to Mel Robbins and her let them theory. This is your let them era. And prayerfully it lasts. This is your let them era. Oh, I said 9 of Pentacles. This was the 3 of Pentacles. This is interesting. We had the 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles together, and both of them are involving someone else, like someone helping. 3 is always just that that energy of everybody has a role and we're all going to play it, and it's all going to be beautiful to work for the better good, or to work for what it is that we need to get accomplished. But there's love there. It's not just this transactional me, you, let's do what we got to do, and then boom. It's like, no, I'm doing this because I care. I'm doing this because I love you. I'm doing this because whatever. And this is even reminding me of Virgo, Cancer, and Taurus, where there's the 3 of Pentacles, because those are the earth signs who are nurturing and down to earth, and they will do what they have to do for the greater good of the group, but also be loving to one another. And I'm pretty sure there are other things that could do that, or other zodiac couples and or other zodiac trios and things like that. But it just really reminds me of the earth signs. You got somebody that's gonna hold it up, somebody that's going to hold it up so that they can do it, somebody that's going to actually be putting in the work, and then somebody who's going to admire the beauty and pay attention to the details of it. I feel like I gotta scream over these dogs, so prayerfully you can hear me. But again, we're looking at it as an ashe, as a we hear you, girl, we see you, you're correct, send out that message. Let me give thanks and praise. I'm just seeing collaboration in Gemini season, collaboration of minds, talents, and perspectives. 6 of Pentacles, like I was talking about, is that give of take, and the focus here is going to be on the sacral energy. So now I'm thinking about sex, you know what I'm saying? Like when you are in the act, when you're in the exchange, when you're doing that amazing stuff, right? What is the give and take there? Are you giving more? Are you taking more? And how can you balance that out? Or is the partner or the person that you're doing it with okay with how things are? Are you okay with how things are? And the way that this is showing up just shows me that there's a conversation to be had about it. It's nothing bad. It's just like, let's just talk about it. Let's see, is there something more I could be doing? Is there something more that you could be doing? You know, just communication, open communication, depth in the feelings, tapped into the self, having different responses. Okay, that sounds all really beautiful. And the last thing that we're going to do here, oh, okay, is tap into the oracle cards. And the oracle cards are just going to give us a theme, something to work with. And so the first thing that came out was truth as I was shuffling, and I love that truth came out. I love the energy of the eagle Child, I got a whole video crying about how I saw an eagle in a park because I was working with these cards. This thing came out. It was really, really resonating with me. And then like 3 days later, I saw the eagle. I was like, so that truth card is really, really powerful. The truth card is really, really powerful. And when I was talking about the Six of Pentacles and having that conversation that could be difficult, because again, it doesn't have to be sex. It could be anything surrounding your creativity where you're giving and someone else is taking. You want to have a conversation about what that looks like and be truthful about how you feel, about what you're witnessing, about what your needs are, and have confidence when you're expressing those things, because that seems to be important too. And guess what? If it goes your way, and if it doesn't go your way, it's still going your way. Because every rejection is just a redirection. Okay. I love this so much. I just look at the oracle card. So we have truth. I talked about that. Then we have anger, which is essentially like knowing that your anger is powerful. If something does make you angry, how can you use that to feed a transition into a whole nother timeline? How can you use that to feed into a transition of a whole other timeline? Also know when the anger is not yours. Sometimes people are mad at you because of how you live, and because of how good you're doing, because of how you process things, because of how you dress. You feel me? People are going to be mad for a lot of reasons, but it is not up to you to internalize that. You let them be mad. And when it is your own anger, you process it yourself and know that it is not bad to be angry. It ain't nothing wrong with it. We do got to be careful about what we are expressing when we are angry, though, because as we know, bees, when they get angry, they sting. And what happens when a bee stings a person? They get hurt. But also what happens to the bee? They die. So just remember, while everything, you know what I'm saying, how the energy goes, it doesn't die, it just transfers. You got the message, though, what I'm saying. We operating from different levels and different dimensions here, so you just gotta catch it before you move. You move to another one. And then home. I was talking about a return. And what is more beautiful than a return home? A return back to yourself, knowing who you are and what you are and how you are and all of those beautiful things. So I think that all of this is just a beautiful return home, and sometimes we forgot our home. So this is just like reminding you of what your home is, and that your home is yourself, and that your home is wherever you are, and that your home is your heart. So redefine home however you desire. But I'm excited to see how this deep dive into emotions and this expressive shining the light into others while you are working with people who respect who you are now, who respect how you carry yourself now. Right? While you are being in the ebb and flow of things and giving yourself a break from so much action, your mind doesn't have to work. Your mind and your body don't have to work as hard as it's been working right now consistently, right? Because there are going to be times when you have to work your body and your mind, and it's going to be beautiful and you're going to love it. But we want to make sure that when we're doing so, it's not for a whole month straight, for a whole year straight. Do it in whatever makes sense for you. Do it in the pockets of time that makes sense for you, because we all have different levels of endurance and all of that. We're all just different. That is my spiel. That is my update. That is what I'm seeing and feeling and experiencing and sharing and all of that for the new moon in Gemini. Let me know if anything has resonated with you, of course. If you feel called to give a love donation, you can do so. I will leave that in my description box. Thank you so much now and always and forever. And outside of love donations, the best way to support me and to support this video and to support what I'm doing is to share it. Something simple, something free. All right, I love you. Peace.